Yo, what up, YouTube? It's the Real Boss TV 815. Go ahead, like and subscribe. Now, today we're going to talk about Courtney Reese. This is a very touchy situation. It's a video that's been going viral with her getting gunned down in front of her porch. She's a mother. She's a young mother of 4 kids. As you can see, this is the video right here, but I can't show all of it. But you can see her standing by her door, and you see the guy in the background. Looks like he's walking up to her. We're gonna get into this backstory and all that, but just give me a second. I'm gonna see if some people get in here first. It's not gonna be long, so just give me a second. Now again, this is the video of the ring cam footage that caught all of this. But like I say, I can't show all of it. I mean, y'all can actually find it if you just look for it. Just Google it. What's up, Cold Pepsi? Yeah, if you just look for it and Google it, you'll find the video. But yeah, it's been surfacing the internet. It's been going viral, and it's real graphic. So let's get to the backstory. A lot of people are confusing her sister's case with this because her sister did get killed not too long ago. And from my understanding, it don't have nothing to do with this type of thing that happened to her. I think her sister's case was more so accident, but we're gonna take a look into that. But yeah, so this video right here is a video of the shooting and what happened to her. Now, a lot of people are speculating. Some say that this is over some money. Some people say it's over jealousy. Blase, blase. Some people say that she was exposing some dark secrets about this guy, which is ended up being her ex-boyfriend. Now, he did shoot her 10 times, so that's what makes it so graphic. It's ridiculous. He walked up to her and she was screaming, not in front of my kids, not in front of my kids. Again, I can't show you all of this. I'll let you see some of the audio and things like that. But yeah, it's just too graphic. So I'm gonna remove this so y'all can hear some of this audio. And he actually walks right up to her and just fires off. He shoots her 10 times. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's pretty sad. But a lot of people were speculating on who did it. People had their own ideas of who did it. But the good thing about this, they did catch the guy. They already had a suspect, and the suspect, is her ex-boyfriend. Right. Her suspect is the ex-boyfriend. They got him. It was so crazy. It's like, I guess they really don't have to know for sure if he did it because, they said he either killed himself or he got hit by officers. But they were serving a warrant for him. And basically he wasn't going. He wasn't going. So he got into a shootout. I want to say they said it was like 10-hour standoff or more with this ex-boyfriend. Like I say, I don't even know if the details of what this was all about. Like why he did that. I don't even think it's a good enough reason for this. But yes, they did catch him. Unfortunately, he didn't survive. But yes, he is the one that did it. So that video that everybody's been watching of that ring camera, that was him in the video. And some people say it was about some money. Some people say it's about, maybe she was exposing some of his dark secrets after the breakup, things like that, which, either or, when stuff like that happens, in a breakup, you probably just want to just let it go without, if that's the case, embarrassing somebody because, they're going to take it the wrong way. But I don't see any signs that really happened. This has to be more some jealousy, just some pure hate. But I'm gonna show this video about them arresting him and trying to arrest him. Y'all gonna see what's going on with that.
Involving an Atlanta police officer shot today.
So we heard from Molly Oak. Now we want to head out to 11 Lester Ripley, who is live at Grady Hospital. Joe, any update on this officer's condition?
Well, as you mentioned, this Atlanta police officer was shot while helping to execute a search warrant in Stockbridge. That's Henry County. Right now, though,
So now when you listen to that, it's like the ex basically told himself, because they was just going for a search warrant to try to find anything that that led to the possibility that he did it. And he started shooting and he got killed. So that's like, he basically just told himself that all they had was a search warrant, so if he didn't do it, then he didn't have to do all that.
Remains in Grady Hospital behind me, recovering. We're told by Atlanta's police chief, Darren Shearbaum, that officer is expected to be okay. He is expected to recover. Henry County Sheriff's Office helicopter actually flew this 18-year APD veteran and investigator right here to Grady. This is all tied to a search warrant in Henry County, a regional task force led by US. She had lost a sister just months ago. Police say they was a mother of 4. She was just 32 years old, shot at least 10 times, according to police. She had lost a sister just months ago. Police say they identified Rankins as a suspect, and tonight, Chief Shearbaum says Rankins is dead after an hours-long standoff.
This is what we train for. We recruit men and women who have a quality to stand in the gap for their communities. We train weekly and regularly to make sure when an individual who poses harm to community doesn't want to go back to jail, that we can do so with the least risk to the citizens in the area.
Shearbaum says tonight no other officers were injured while this search.
So we're gonna go for that. So that's now the only thing that I'm questioning is like, what could make him do something like that? Let's take a look at what they said, that what happened when they was serving a search warrant. All right, and also let's say, see, this is the thing. We don't know exactly what happened, but I can say for a lot of times when people have breakups, they do tend to want to talk or embarrass the other, and it was rumors of him possibly being, bisexual or whatever, and maybe she was exposing that. I don't know if that's true or not. But I mean, obviously, if that was the case, we understand that's why it's not good to do things like that. And that tends to happen. Stuff like that tends to happen a lot of times within relationships. Y'all get in an argument, y'all break up, and one person wants to expose somebody, but that's not the good way. That's not the right way to go by that. As you can see, a lot of that stuff does lead to domestic violence. Like I say, we don't know for sure if that's what happened, but whatever happened had to be something major for him to do that, which I said, again, that's not an excuse, but whatever the reason that happened, he didn't care about his life, whatever happened. You know what I mean? So let's just let you know the dynamics of what's going on here. Obviously, it was something very crucial to him.
Chief Shearbaum.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out so we could update the citizens of Atlanta on what transpired today and the condition of their police officer. I am joined by our Chief Operating Officer of the City of Atlanta, Lysandra Burks, as well as the US Marshal for the Northern District of Georgia, US Marshal Brown, our Sheriff, Patrick Abad is here, as well as Lieutenant Norpart from the Georgia State Patrol. Back on August the 20th, the city experienced the loss of one of the citizens in a domestic violence-motivated homicide. We lost on that day Courtney Reese. The very next day, the Atlanta Police Department issued arrest warrants for Derek Rankins, who we knew to be very dangerous and posing a threat to this community. This morning, the Southeastern Fugitive Task Force, led by the US Marshals, which is comprised of members of the Atlanta Police Department, as well as the Georgia State Patrol, went to a location in Stockbridge, Georgia, where we believe Mr. Rankins to be held up. At that location, Mr. Rankins opened fire on members of the Fugitive Task Force. During that exchange of gunfire, a member of this department, an 18-year veteran assigned to our fugitive unit, was injured. And thankfully, those injuries are not life-threatening. And I want to thank God for having the hand of protection of our officers today and the phenomenal staff of Grady Hospital for their work in providing medical care, which they continue to do behind us. Fortunately, no other members of law enforcement were injured. At this point, the suspect who we were seeking to take into custody is deceased, and the Georgia State Patrol, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation will be conducting an investigation into this officer-involved shooting. I do want to take time to thank the Sheriff of Henry County, Sheriff Scandrett, who used the helicopter of that department to transport our investigator from the scene of the shooting here to Grady Hospital so medical care could be rendered. And so at this point, our one investigator, we believe, will make a full recovery. I want to commend him for his bravery today. I want to commend every member of the Atlanta Police Department that reports to duty, keeps this city safe, and just thank our partners you see gathered around us who has arrived to show support and has been key in this operation today as we sought to take this individual into custody. And US Marshal Brown, I'm going to turn it over to him to give comments at this time.
Thank you, Chief. The US Marshal Service is comprised of a number of officers, in addition as certified US Marshal deputies, but police officers and sheriff deputies from throughout the metropolitan Atlanta area, and it just points to how sensitive and how dangerous this line of work is. So, Chief Shumbo, we can do it.
We recruit men and women who have a quality to stand in the gap for their communities.
So they're not really saying much about what happened, but like I say, whatever it was is obviously some kind of domestic violence, and it seemed like she kind of knew that he was after her up to no good. So it's obviously what some words said. If it was, I don't know why she probably didn't take him seriously. She, but again, this is very tragic. Like, the video is shocking. I got to take a look at the video. It's on YouTube. And like I say, the details of what's going on with this case, I don't think it really matters. But yeah, they did catch the killer, and they killed him. And obviously, he's the one that did that to Courtney Reese. Much respect to the parents and everything. Like I said, I just want to update y'all because a lot of people was wondering who did this to her, and they got him. That's Real Boss CBA 15. I'm out of here.